jotted down some notes for today. I couldn't think of what to say. First of all, I want to thank you all for coming. It's really, from the bottom of my heart, it's really important that you come here today on such really short notice. But I'd like to, I wrote these notes down at 3 o'clock this morning because I just had trouble sleeping. And I wanted to not miss anything, and I didn't want to write a speech because I don't like speeches because they sound so plastic and they don't sound like they're from your heart. So I like to make notes and then speak from those. I'd like to introduce you to my family. My wife Jenny. Peter Shear is not my wife, but he's doing good.
Inside getting Maggie popcorn.
Oh, here she comes.
And Maggie's gonna come up too.
I stood in for you.
Maggie's here.
This is my wife Jenny. We've been married 43 years this October. Took me 2 years to get a date with her. And I want to introduce you to my son, Christopher, his wife, Becky. Stay here when I introduce you again. Stay up here. Come on back. And their children, their oldest son, Cole, my grandson, Cole, and my grandson, Owen, and my granddaughter, Kyla. These are Sister Rebecca's daughter, and please stay there. My son-in-law, Casey. My daughter, Jessica, is in Hamilton, Toronto, with my granddaughter, Avery, sorry, who's 13, going on 14 next month. And I've got Maggie. Meg, come on up right here, please. And Kristen. Maggie's just learned how to ride a two-wheeler without training wheels, and you should see her go. She calls me up and she says, "Papa, can we go for a little bike ride today?" In fact, her bike ride's in the garage next door now with my bike because it's such a regular routine. My son lives at 90 Pusey. I live at 123 Pusey. My daughter Jessica and Casey live at 15 Joycey, a block away. It really doesn't get any better than that. So I see these grandkids, and my son calls me every day, and my daughter calls me every day. Jenny will go in Maggie's bedroom and play dolls with her for 3 hours and enjoy every second of it. Okay, so we're having a good time with our grandchildren. So I want to talk about why are you here? I'm not going to make you say it. I've been in politics since 1990 when I ran for the Public Service Commission, so it's been 32 years. 30 years on council. That's a long time to be in politics. That's a long time. Thank you, Cheryl. It's a long time to be in politics and still have a good reputation. I thank you all for that. So why are you here? You're here because we asked you to come because we said there was a special announcement today, and so that's why you came here. I got to tell you, in the last 3 months, the support for me and the encouragement to run for mayor has been overwhelming. Last Friday, I came home from a Rotary Club meeting, and everybody at the Rotary Club, except for one, of course, asked me if I would run for mayor, and they put a team together, and the financing was in place. And I came home all excited, very teary-eyed, emotional, and called up my daughter and my son, and Dave, of course, and said we need to have a chat. So we did. We had a chat. So the support has been, and the pressure has been outstanding and unbelievable. So I know how you feel about your government. You feel like your local government's let you down.
Amen.
They didn't keep their word. The government before said, we'll do this for you. And then this current, I gotta say, this current term of council has been one of the toughest I've ever endured. Ward mate and I both, actually. And it's difficult because politics doesn't need to be like that. It shouldn't be like that. It should be about you. When you elect anybody, and there's candidates here running for office that are here, and say hello to them when they introduce themselves to you, and listen to what they have to say, or let them listen to you, I should say. Because when we're elected, we actually work for you. You don't work for us. It's not supposed to be the government telling you what you're supposed to do, or what you're going to get, what you're not going to get. That's got it backwards. That's why you've never seen me in party politics. No offense to the liberals, I am a liberal, but never did I run for the, never would I run for the liberal nomination for the provincial or federal, because I couldn't have a leader up there tell me what to do for you. And that's been like that since, I don't know, maybe the late 90s, and that's why most people don't like federal politics. That's why I don't like it. But I talked about how I know how disappointed you are, and how frustrated you are, and the government taking you on. How do I feel about government? I told you. I want to talk about my ward and my ward mates. I've been councillor for the ward for 30 years. I can go. Jenny knows that I can go out in the ward. You know, say I got to talk to a constituent in Gil's Dietech, for example, and I'm not home till 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, and I left at 2. Because then when I go to leave the driveway, the neighbor next door says hello. And being in politics that long in a ward, I grew up with Cheryl and Trotsky in the ward with their kids and everybody else in the Brantford Neighbor Association and Echo Place. And I go to their weddings and unfortunately sometimes I go to their funerals. But it's not like if you were golfing or tennis or darts, those would be the people that would be your friends because you spend your time there. So my friends actually are the people in my ward, and that's who we associate with. And a lot of them are up here actually because they're my friends. So I was very fortunate. I've had a lot of ward mates, but I've had 2 ward mates I want to talk about. First of all, my first ward mate where I had a lot of fun with was Dave Liddell. We used to go for ward drives. We make lists of what street lights are out, what needs to be fixed. We talk to the residents. If something didn't get done by staff, we did it ourselves. And we got a reputation of being ward councillors. So we had a lot of fun. And most recently, my ward mate been Councilor Cheryl Tosky. She's at the back of that corner right there. Please give her. Cheryl's created the community gardens in the neighborhood. She's brought the city into the environment, protecting the environment, recognize it in every facet of everything we do now. It wouldn't have happened without Cheryl's passion for the environment and what she cares about this planet. She's been absolutely a terrific board mate, especially this term where we really needed to lean on each other. Because quite frankly, there was a lot of politics wasn't how it should be, and people weren't treating each other how they should be. And but social media sometimes makes that worse. We don't want anybody to go on social media and bully anybody or batter anybody. It should never happen. So, my grandchildren and my family are my most important thing in my life. My wife is my daughter. My sister's over here. But my family is the most important thing. My mother was a single parent, raised 10 children on her own.
Whoa.
Strong woman. Very proud of her. And some of her daughters are just like that. So I just wanted to say that Jenny and I spend every time we can with our grandchildren. And our grandchildren are the most important thing to us. Maggie and I ride the bike every day. So when we had that discussion last Friday about should I run for mayor or should I not run for mayor, I told Dave, yeah, I'm doing it. We're going, and you're going to have to back out. Dave, of course, Dave would do anything for me as I would for him. He's a brother from another mother. And we've been friends for a long time. And I was saying, when Dave's children, Dave and Sherry, we've known each other, when we were first ran, Cassidy was a diaper. How old's Cassidy now, Dave?
24.
24. She's a young lady and she's got a mind of her own.
Oh, yeah.
You can bet on it. So we've become friends. But I got to tell you, and I talked to a good friend of mine, Dennis, back here. It's a constituent. Actually ran into for a constituent issue and we've become friends. You know what? Grady. sorry. I know. I'm sorry. Brady is my oldest step-grandson, and I'm sorry I forgot to Brady.
No, that's all good. I was just thinking.
You are here. Okay. All right, thanks, Brady. Sorry.
Step in the right direction.
Yes. Dennis said to me, let me back up. At the Rotary Club, Jane Penang said to me, Richard, if you even think you want to do it a little bit, you need to be doing it. I said, because this is your chance to do it. You may not have another chance. And Ann Buchanan, anybody know Ann Buchanan? Chamber of Commerce ex-representative. Fantastic woman. She's still going strong, Ann is. She had the team put together in minutes. The team was right there at the Rotary Club. I talked to my son, my daughter, Casey, and they said, yeah, you got to do it, Dad. I talked to my son, who's probably the most logical one in the family. And he said, what's it going to be like if you do it? Because you guys know me, I won't do something part way. I'm going to be a mayor. I have to be a mayor 100% of the time. And that means Jenny and I at every event, doing everything. Not just, kissing babies and shaking hands and cutting ribbons, but helping out constituents. And I love my constituency work. So, and Dennis said to me, Richard, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he said, you're too honest to be a mayor.
That's what I said.
And,
Well, the clock will already be
so I'm here to tell you that the time we have, Maggie is 6. 4 years from now, she's going to be 10. Avery will be 17. Brady will be 26. 20. What? Oh, 23. Brady will be 23, sorry. And already Brady's too old to be hanging around Man and Pop, and even Avery at 13 has got her girlfriend. She's going to high school next year. But I got, this morning every morning I drive Kyla and Owen to school. And Nanny's playing in the backyard baseball with Quinton, sorry. And Quinton loves ball, that's his thing. Cole is hockey. And then I'm riding the bike with Maggie around the neighborhood, teaching her how to ride. And we usually go for an hour, and then it's got to be to the park. She knows the shortcut to the park, and I got to push her in the swing. I don't got her. I like doing it. So I got to tell you, I'm selfish. And I wanted to call you here because I wanted to tell you why I'm not going to run for mayor. And I know you're expecting me to say I'm running for mayor, and I apologize for that. I don't want to give up what I have with my grandchildren. I don't want to. I don't want to give that up. I know it's, and I don't want to, for my wife and I to be at everything and miss them in the next 4 years, which is, I think, the most important years of our life going to be for us to be with. So, I hate to break it to you like that, but I just thought it would be improper to you just to read it in the paper and not say it, hear it personally from me, and at least have the opportunity to have it personally from me. So, we have a lot of candidates here. Those that put their names in, and I can look around, I can see all Peter Shear up here. There's lots of you that put your names in, that you want to make a difference in the city, and you believe in democracy, and you believe that we shouldn't have secrecy, we should be open, and there's lots of candidates. The mayor only has one vote, unless Ford gets his way. The mayor only has one vote, and I have the same one vote now if I'm a councilor, and if we can get 4 or 5 other like-minded councilors that believe in democracy and believe in openness, we can still make the difference. So I'm letting Dave take the lead there, but I want to say to every one of you that put your name forward, thank you. It takes great courage to put your name forward. It's a lot of work, so just thank you. And, stick around, we'll have a meet afterwards, and hugs with me. And I'm going to introduce now the guy that actually is running for mayor, my former councilor and former board mate, David.